there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking Love Island games. As you guys know, we're in the thick of the season, you guys, because this concludes, I believe, next week or that following Monday, November 20th, because it's only like a 3-week show. And you know, there's a few things. Where we left off of last night's episode is there were 3 couples, well, 2 couples that were vulnerable in Toby and Sully, as well as Liberty and Column. However, since Imani and Ray were the winners of the challenge yesterday, they got to put a couple that was also vulnerable, right? So, to no surprise to anybody, they decided to go with Lisa and Curtis because of the drama between Lisa and Imani, which I will get to in a moment. The episode ended on a cliffhanger with EL and Georgia coming in as bombshells. And basically what is going to happen, what I think is going to happen, is one of the 3 couples are going to be saved. And then EL and Georgia, they're going to choose somebody to couple up with. Now, whether it's going to be the 2 people in that couple or one guy, one girl from each couple, that remains to be seen. But nonetheless, I think we are going to have 2 people that will be dumped from the villa once we get through the first few moments of this episode, right? And so there's a lot of discourse, there's a lot of back and forth regarding the drama between Imani and Lisa, and let's get into it, right? So Lisa feels a certain type of way because she's coupled up with Curtis. That is the only man she is interested in. However, Curtis is interested in everybody, right? He's interested in Justine. He's interested in Imani. He is interested in Kira, who is one of the new bombshells from the U.S. Season 1. And he's not totally committed to Lisa, right? But instead of Lisa having these conversations with Curtis, she seems to take it out on the women that he has feelings for, right? So, you know, the previous challenge where they had that Western challenge, that nasty food and drink challenge, she deliberately spits in Justine's face, as you guys know from the previous video I did, right? And then the challenge yesterday, you know, it was kind of, you know, one of those challenges where it's an opportunity to be messy and say, like, who's the most smug, who's the most two-faced, who's the most jealous, and all of that. And for whatever reason, you know, Lisa decided to say that Imani was two-faced. And I was asking myself, okay, you're still upset with Imani for voting you out, but your friend Jess also voted you out. And how is Imani two-faced if she had the conversation with you immediately after the elimination as to why she gave her vote to you? So for me, if I've already had a conversation with you after you have said that you had an issue with me, that should be squashed, right? We should be on ground zero in terms of us being on the same page, right? But Lisa was still holding on to this grudge, right? Even though she's accusing Imani of holding on to grudges. And she decided she was going to take this opportunity to throw a shot at Imani during this game. And, you know, Imani really got upset because she's like, I thought we discussed, you know, why I voted for you. Why are you still coming for me, right? And so they have a conversation after the challenge that basically goes terribly wrong, you guys. It goes completely wrong. Basically, Lisa is like, you know what? You know, we don't have to be friends anymore because this isn't the energy that I'm feeling. And Imani's like, you know what? We will just exist here. We are here as competitors and just wash our hands of all of this, right? And the problem with this is that on a game like this that is similar to like your challenge type of shows and all of that, is relationships are important, right? Not just the person that you're coupled up with, because you're not guaranteed to win every competition. But alliances and relationships with other people are important because they can have a say on whether or not you're going to stay or be dumped from the villa. And so Colin was trying to explain to Curvis, he was like, listen, he was like, your girl Lisa, she is in all types of drama. nobody likes her anymore. You're going to put yourself at risk for being up out of here because of her antics, right? He was trying to, basically put Curtis up on game like this isn't it, to be in all this drama with people. And so as a result of that, Imani and Ray had the decision to put somebody else in the bottom, to make somebody who was technically safe, to make them vulnerable, right? And we knew the U.S. Islanders were never going to say each other's names as of now. As long as they remain the majority and remain in these alliances, they're never going to say another U.S. Islanders name. That's not going to happen, right? So they decided to choose Curtis and Lisa because that is who was left, basically, right? And, Curtis understood the situation. Lisa was just trying to, keep it cute, keep it mute, and say, oh, yeah, I agree with what he said or whatever, right? But I could tell she was fuming. I could tell she was pissed because she then later said that she felt like she didn't deserve to be here. Now, what do I think? Do I think Lisa's getting eliminated tonight? Yes. Because she was already in the bottom last time. She was already vulnerable last time, and she already had a couple votes to go. And, I think she's out of here tonight, right? Because she doesn't have those relationships in the villa. But where I'm confused on is what is going to be the fate of Curtis. Is Curtis gone too? Is he gone as a couple? Or does Georgia, choose Curtis and not choose Toby? Like, that's where I'm kind of, iffy on. Like, I know for sure Sully's not going anywhere, you guys. I mean, it's pretty obvious, and the trailer kind of spoils that, right? So I don't think Sully's going anywhere, but what is up in the air is whether or not something happens with, what happens between Toby and Curtis. Like, who goes between the two of them? Because we don't know if it'll be a situation like with what happened with Johnny and Megan, where there might be a duel or some type of a challenge to keep yourself in the villa. That could be a possibility as well. And whoever wins, gets to stay. Whoever loses is eliminated. That could be a possibility. Or, maybe Toby and Curtis have to go against each other for the last spot on the male side of things. I mean, we have no idea ultimately what the twists are going to be. But I saw a lot of people upset on social media, basically saying that they felt bad for Lisa and they didn't understand, the drama with Imani. And this was coming from various people. And some people liked Lisa regardless because they were like, Lisa brings drama and all of these things, right? But here's the thing. Here is the thing. Lisa has been very messy, and she has not been getting along with these women, and she's been very passive aggressive, and I feel like it is being overlooked because of the fact that she's in conflict, right? And so for some of you, you root for people who are in conflict no matter what, right? But then now people are bringing up this whole language barrier thing, and I'm cognizant of that. I know that is a very strong possibility when you're having multiple franchises that are international, that are from different parts of the world. There's going to be different ways that they interpret certain things. There's going to be different language barriers. I understand all of that, you guys. But basic treatment of a human being is global, you guys. Basic treatment and respect and basic professionalism, it is global. It doesn't matter, right? You understand whether or not somebody's being friendly to you or not, right? You understand if somebody's being shady to you or not, right? You understand if somebody's being messy to you or not, right? That doesn't, change, right? Regardless if there is a language barrier or not, you know whether or not somebody is being cool with you or if somebody's being shady to you. Right? And that's the piece that I feel like people are missing, right? And they're trying to blame other factors because they don't want to feel like Lisa's the outcast. But the other side of this too is I feel like this is going to have bad ramifications on Imani because it looks like Ray does something in tonight's episode that turns off Imani. I don't know if he kisses somebody else in a challenge or what takes place, but it seems like Imani's days might be numbered despite her winning 2 challenges thus far on the show. Because I find it very notable that there are some Islanders she still doesn't follow, such as Justine and Sully, considering that the U.S. Islanders have a pretty strong alliance, right? So I'm very curious to see how all of this unfolds, and if, the reason that she's not following Justine and Sully is due to possibly there being some sort of a fallout down the line where Imani ends up being the casualty of the U.S. Islanders. I feel like that is, coming down the pike, and I can't wait to see ultimately what is going to unfold with that. So there is that. So let me know what you guys think. Are you guys tuning in to Love Island Games? I think this is the best thing that has ever happened to the Love Island franchise, because I felt like the franchises as a whole is getting stale, and I haven't reviewed Love Island Australia yet, even though I'm like knee deep into that as well, but it's kind of pissing me off, so I've been like more in tune with what is happening on Love Island Games, because I like the fact that it's fast paced. I like the fact that you're familiar with some or most or all of the Islanders from previous seasons, because it gives those challenge vibes, it gives those Bachelor in Paradise vibes, where you're familiar with some of the people that are there, and you have certain faves that you want to root for, and then you have new faves that are just flat out entertaining. So I don't know if you see my previous videos on Love Island Australia, but I love Colum. I think Colum is hilarious, right? Him pronouncing random words and not knowing what they mean, and just his I don't care attitude, it is just hilarious as a whole. And I like how lighthearted overall the cast is, and how they're not taking too much too seriously, and just really just rolling with the punches, right? Except for Johnny. Johnny is in his own villain era, but I honestly can't even be mad at him, because if this is what he continues to get casted for, I mean, and girls continue to fall for it, like what else? What else do they need, right? When the receipts are available right in front of you. So there is that. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.